is going on, you guys? Alright, so as you can probably tell, I mostly got my voice back. Now, I would have reviewed Flubber for Autism Awareness Month, but I feel like I can hold off on doing Flubber until a much later time. I've been watching the Deadpool movies a lot. So, I decided to review Deadpool 2. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so in this one, Wade is still Deadpool, and he goes international and takes out international criminals, ultimately leading him back home. And he makes the mistake of not killing the guy he was assigned to kill. And when he goes home, he finds out that Vanessa decides that she is done being on birth control and wants to open up the baby factory. And then right after they decide this, the guy that Wade was supposed to kill finds out where he lives and kills Vanessa. And obviously, Wade goes after him and kills him, trying to kill himself in the process. But if you know Deadpool, Deadpool cannot die. Even when he does die, he comes back. Colossus tries to recruit him in the X-Men again. And his first assignment was to tame this young mutant named Russell. Now, when Wade finds out that Russell's being abused by the people at the orphanage that he's staying in, that he's basically trying to burn down, Wade basically gets himself arrested by killing one of them, and Colossus pretty much tackles him and says, "You have failed me for the last time, Wade," and sends Wade to the icebox, which is pretty much prison for mutants. They're even giving these collars that take away their mutant powers. And Wade, wanting to be with Vanessa, is just like, "Come on, tumors, grow. I need you to grow. I got a pretty lady waiting for me in the afterlife. Yeah." So pretty much, to him, even though he's feeling the symptoms of his cancer, he's pretty much happy because he can be with Vanessa. Now, Russell tries to bond with him and become friends with him, but Wade is having none of it. Then one day, a mutant named Cable comes to the present from the future, because in the future, Russell kills not only his daughter, but his wife as well. And so, Cable decides to go back in time to kill Russell. And Wade pretty much tries to stop him and spends the rest of the movie trying to save Russell so that he can be with Vanessa, because she keeps telling him, "Your heart's not in the right place. Kids give us the chance to better ourselves." She keeps giving him riddles, but not basically saying, "You need to help this kid." Because once you help this kid, you can enter the afterlife and be with me. And so through a whole convoluted story, he tries to recruit Colossus, and Colossus just like, "You broke my heart, Wade. I am not helping you." Only to help Wade anyway. And at first, Deadpool puts on the collar that takes away his mutant abilities and intentionally gets shot by Cable to save Russell. Doing this makes Russell realize that he's good. Makes Russell rethink wanting to kill the headmaster of the orphanage, because once he kills the headmaster of the orphanage, he gets a taste for murder, and so Cable uses his time machine after Wade dies to go back in time and put something to block the bullet. But through lazy writing, Cable used what was left of his time machine to save Wade. What was left of that time machine, he was going to go back to back to his present, the future. And knowing that Wade was willing to sacrifice himself for Russell, Russell still becomes good. And then the headmaster gets run over by Dupender. Yeah. And all this, and Deadpool decides to form his own group called X-Force. And at some point, you really have to see it, because I would show it, but I don't want to be flagged for violence. Pretty much they all die except Wade and this one character named Domino.
Me? Domino. What's your shtick? I'm lucky.
If you're so lucky, why were you pointless in this movie? This movie is a very worthy predecessor to the original. I only wrote 2 jokes for this movie because Deadpool does my job, and I don't need to write any more jokes than that. It is that funny. Overall, I absolutely love this movie. Now, Russell, he's been tortured all his life, and he's been living in an orphanage all his life, and he pretty much decides that he's gonna burn down the orphanage and kill the headmaster. Which, if Colossus hadn't been such a freaking Boy Scout, Wade would have killed the headmaster so that Russell wouldn't have to. I'm just saying. Now, Cable, he obviously comes back from the future to prevent the death of his daughter by killing Russell. Using the whole, you know what, to prevent this person from hurting me, I will go back in time and kill them mentality. But then he realizes that it's for the best to give Russell a chance, so he allows Wade to try to persuade Russell into calming down and just walking away. Because the second that he kills the headmaster, the second Russell becomes the one thing that the headmaster keeps telling him that mutants are: a monster. Now with Domino, yeah, pretty much most of the characters come back from the original, so I don't need to go over them again. But Domino, she's kind of sassy. And yeah, she was in Joker, but honestly, I don't really care for Domino.
Oh, I'm talking about your face.
Respect the butterface, bitch. Alright, so what I didn't like was the whole going back in time to kill Russell thing. First of all, anyone that knows anything about time travel knows that that causes a lot of paradoxes. Because, like, if you kill them off as a child, then there would be no reason for you to go back and... Ugh. Whatever. Time travel is confusing in movies. Alright, so final thoughts. This movie was really funny. And honestly, I would have come up with a better review. I would have come up with a better video, but it's getting late, and I'm in for a big day tomorrow at work. That's all I'll say about it. But I absolutely love this movie. Don't care for Domino. and I left my head off the entire time. And just seeing Deadpool going back in time and saving Vanessa, it was so satisfying. Until next time, stay positive and stay awesome, everyone. See ya.